y'all live with Snapchat Queen and AI chatbot friends. This is my daughter's story right here. This is how much hate they have for me and my daughter, how long they been following me and my child around. That this is all my daughter can write about, right? Is losing her home, right? Going over to her uncle's house, getting touched on, right? Me being at work, me getting hotels. I mean, this is the story that they wanted my daughter to go and tell while they outside making the movie. Right? We loaded the U-Haul trucks until the house was empty, right? That's them following us around still with U-Haul trucks, right? Here is my child writing about how these grown tail people hated us so much because of who we are. Minding our business. Wanted us outside in the shelter this bad. Wanted me and my child separated out in the streets this bad, family. That this is how they wanted my child to grow up and think of herself. Boy, you like with Snapchat. I'm going to show y'all how bad they hated this child. This right here is her schoolwork. I told you this is my school. This is my daughter's school computer, right? This is what they had her in college on. Look at the dates. This is how long they've been following me and my child around, trying to make her something she's not, when all she wanted to do was go to school to be a producer. She wanted to go to school and learn theater. This is what they had my child on in her classes. Habits. 4th of July annexes, right? Finding out what we doing, right? Losing our home, right? MLA, right? My daughter in school, that's why I had a disagreement with what she was doing in school and what they was teaching her, right? Personal stress, right? This is them in the background playing with a child mind even in college, right? These are classroom assignments, right? With videos for the assignments, right? List and describe the method of managing stress that you choose to investigate this week for this assignment. I choose to isolate myself and meditate in a quiet place. This is what these grown folks is teaching our kids in these college courses. Now, what does this have to do with her going to school for production? Right? This is them in the colleges playing games with your kids' family. That's why I got a problem with the Board of Education, who's allowing these people in this school system to play with our kids this bad. These are the things they want your kids to be in these classrooms learning. Right? Right? Social media. Right? What are they teaching them about social media? Right? Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite, right? Why would this be in this paragraph? What does this have to do with a college education? Face to face, right? What does this course have to do with what they teaching our kids, family? This is college education courses. This is what my child was in school learning. 4th of July. Why are they worrying about DC trip? Right? 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 She had never experienced racism before. What does that have to do with anything? These is why I had a problem with the school, and this is on the final. So that means that was a test. When should teens drive? These are college courses. Right? This is a college course. This is where they wanted my child mind at from these schools. This is why I said, what are they teaching our children in these school systems? When they already took her out of school, and when they do have her in school, they got her writing assignments about them losing her home, having her lose her mind and low self-esteem through the school and what they outside doing to us. Right? That's them harassing my daughter in the school system now. Following her around in the school system. Nitpicking at her about them putting us out of our home. Boy, you like what Snapchat Queen AI chatbot for you, boy. We're going to teach you how these niggas getting down. Now, here come pictures of us in Washington. Right? Fighting for equality for everybody. Right? Right? Doing what she got to do to progress her life forward. Right? With them in the background. Right? Trying to keep her here. Outside and in the shelter like we begging. Right? Them in the background making sure she gets nowhere in life for their satisfaction. For their satisfaction. Now, what do you do with that when you out here doing the best you can as a parent, taking care of your responsibility with a whole organization in your background? Making sure you can't walk around with your head up because they want to pass a bag around. Because they want to pass a bag around. Your child can't progress because they children want to progress. So she's supposed to be standing alone by herself, doing what she got to do while they in her background tell her that. Make it make sense, boy. Y'all talk to me. I got questions. What are they teaching our kids in this educational system, and is it worth it? Your daughter doing everything she can, fighting all these damn people for something she ain't never had. You doing all you can as a parent, even going to the White House to make sure your daughter got a future. While these niggas in the background making sure she don't with paperwork. So they can lay in hood and housing for years without work. While she out here doing the best she can so they can lay for free. Boy, you lied with Snapchat Queen. Somebody answer these questions for me. We just dropping receipts on reality outside. We gonna drop some receipts on this reality. You lied with Snapchat Queen AI chatbot friends. I got questions. Let's see who gonna answer them.